I call next Mrs. Kavvadía.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Dear colleagues, hate speech and intolerance under the definition given by the Council of Europe, that is the use of expression that spread, incite, promote or justify racial hatred, xenophobia, antisemitism or other forms of hatred, unfortunately describes a great percentage of the public discourse in Europe nowadays. The phenomenon is jeopardizing social ties and empathy and is undermining all public institutions that rely on minimum social solidarity to exist. One may say that hate speech is the characteristic of extreme right-wing and fascist groups, and it shall remain this way. Thus, mainstream communities of Europe have little to fear from it. Nothing could be further away from the truth. Unfortunately, as we have said yet and again, the economic crisis, the financial segregation and the neoliberal policies, all that followed by the refugee issue, created a unique predicament that the main players in Europe chose to answer to through fondling right-wing ideas, through building walls and by backing out form the main ideological armour that the United Europe notion was founded on. These policies re-legitimized right-wing ideology, took it out of history's darkest closet and set it in the centre of the political agenda. Mainstream conservative politicians attempted to utilize hate speech and relevant vocabulary in an opportunistic manner. However, that plan did not pay, as people opted for the original bearers of these ideas and not the fake one. Now, dear colleagues, the beast is out of the cage and roars throughout Europe. After the walls in the borders of EU countries for the refugees, radicals, populists and fascists are building walls within the European societies. Poor people, LGBTQI people, women, Roma, minorities, anyone can be targeted under the scope of ephemeral political gain with the help of easy access to uncontrolled and biased electronic and social media. The phenomenon is deeply political and so should be answered. In Greece, for example, the anti-racist law and various pro-LGBTQI legislation helped defend people's rights that were suppressed for years. What is more, political initiatives that bring together under common scope, such as the Prespa agreement between Greece and Northern Macedonia. This is an example, but I have to confess in front of you that this agreement, Prespa agreement, put MPs from my party, from Syriza party, in a very difficult position, including threats for our lives. But we insist that the cooperation and coexistence under mutual benefit must be the answer. Through readjustment and negotiation, we can find common ground, leaving behind us this contemporary hate rhetoric that reminds us of times Europe has tried very hard to forget. Thank you.